So we understand that Lawig, the root word of Lu-Mauig, means hook and to voyage, and that the people on a canoe anciently were also referred to in Old Visayan as Lawig. The canoe itself, the bangka or the karakoa, was also considered Lawig, could be referred to as Lawig. Hooking the island or dropping anchor was Lawigan, which we now use today to mean a portion of land. But it's also interesting that in Bontoc tradition, Lu-Mauig, when he first arrives from the heavens, he descends to Mount Kalawitan. And Kalawit in the north means hook. An, as the suffix, means place. Or, in other words, he landed at the place of the hook, Kalawitan. So, even in Filipino traditions, there is an idea, albeit a little bit more obscure, that Maui or Lu-Mauig fished up our islands. Now, it's interesting, how did he do this? How did he know where to sail? How did he know where to go? Well, in Maori tradition from New Zealand, Maui fishes up islands with the fish hook made from the jawbone of his ancestors. The story goes that Maui went to his ancestors and he asked for her lower jaw to use as a fish hook. And she willingly gave him her lower jaw, and that seems really crazy. It seems ridiculous, but what that actually means is that in Maori tradition they have a sacred school of learning called the Whare Wananga. And in the Whare Wananga they have two bodies of knowledge, and those bodies of knowledge are divided into what are called the upper jaw of knowledge and the lower jaw of knowledge. The upper jaw of knowledge refers to cosmology, to the heavens, their knowledge of their spiritual matters, whereas the lower jaw refers to their genealogies and their migrations. So how did Maui find all these different islands? How did he fish up all these different islands? Because he had the lower jaw of knowledge. He knew where his people had come from, where they had migrated from, and that's how he knew where to go. So all these different islands in the Pacific that Maui visited or fished up, including the Philippines, were places that his people once dwelt. And that's how he knew where to go. And so when he discovered new food, when he wanted to visit relatives, he knew exactly where he needed to go because he had that lower jaw of knowledge, that fish hook made from the jawbone of his ancestors.